What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Nikki Duce. And before we get into another great episode of the No Disrespect Podcast, I had to make a quick ad announcement. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me right. We got sponsors. Someone's trying to get our act cleaned up so they can take us to the top. And the best company to get cleaned up with is Luxy Bar. Owned and operated out of the great city of Detroit, Luxy Bar is a soap and fragrance brand dedicated to bringing you both natural and affordable products for the entire family. All of their products are infused with ethically sourced essential oils and special botanical blends from around the world. They are highly recommended for people who are suffering from eczema, acne, or other skin conditions. And since they're showing us so much love, of course we had to spread that back out to y'all. Make sure you enter the promo code NDR513 to take 15% off your first order. That's NDR513 for 15% off. Because we family and we love y'all. We doing this for y'all. Go to their website, luxybarco.com. That's luxybarco.com. Enter that promo code there and you'll be good to go. If you're looking for a recommendation, of course I'm gonna tell you Straight Savage. That's for the fellas out there, for the fellas listening. For the ladies, they got some nice little fragrances and all that. But yes, for the fellas, try that Straight Savage. See how that work out for you.
This is just mixed, so y'all taking shots. I'm just
Get that shimmy shell.
Feel like segregation, 1980s.
You said it's the 1965.
Boy.
All right, are we recording? Mm-hmm. All right, y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You gotta gather yourself. You gotta gather yourself. You know, it's been a while.
It's hot.
What's going on? It's your boy Nikki Duce, aka Mr. No Disrespect, aka It's your boy. And you're now tuned in to a special collaborative episode between the No Disrespect Podcast and one of my favorite podcasts to listen to, Unapologetically Unfiltered. And to represent that squad, we got Miss Her Own Game herself joining us. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Long time no see. Catch me up. What's been going on with you and the podcast and everything?
Well, we still ain't recorded since last time. Last time I was here was February. We still ain't put out there, but we working on that. You know, it's
okay.
Just we done had a lot going on.
Hey, the world's had a lot going on, so
right,
yeah.
exactly. Because we were actually talking about it, then Corona hit, so then it was like, shit. Now we gotta pull back.
Yeah.
But you know, then I got my other podcast that I've been working.
Talk
on
about that.
too,
What's that about?
That is the Urban Success, and that's a different lane from Unapologetically Unfiltered. So the Urban Success pretty much highlights people from urban cities and their struggles and how they overcame their struggles to create success stories. And it's basically to just let people know that success don't just mean you got $1 million or a big ass house or a fancy cars. Like, you can overcome different things throughout life to be successful. So.
Definitely checking that out. I heard a few snippets from a few episodes that because I'm trying to work with you a little bit more and more, you know, help you out and all that, because you're doing a lot, and you know what I'm saying, we all in this podcast shit together. But nah, it's a dope podcast. Make sure y'all check that out. I'll make sure I'll add that when we drop this episode and stuff like that, so you can follow it. But joining us, Swaff ain't here. He out of town. He on some bullshit. His baby is out of town, so he ain't here for that. But I got my homeboy, you know what I'm saying, Chill the Ill, joining me on this, you know, holding it down. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm feeling black as usual. Can't complain.
All right, you ain't got to talk in the mic like that. You know what I'm saying? You can bring it down, too, by the way. Don't act like this your first time.
Hey, chill out. It's your boy, Mr. Chocolate Drop, a.k.a., you feel me, Idris' son, a.k.a. Mr. Small Batch.
Mr. What?
You call me Mr. 1792.
That's what we drinking on right now, boy.
I ain't drinking that shit.
What you drinking on?
This is probably Crown Black mixed with regular Crown Royal and some Coke.
You're savage.
You're
Crown
insane
Black
right now.
mixed with
because,
regular
like,
Crown and
yeah, it was only like a little bit left.
Oh,
and
okay.
Then, you know, so it's like, okay, you're not gonna just take this little shot, this one little shot.
let's
so
tip off the rest. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you.
Well, the quarantine, boy, you getting creative with the drinks now.
I mean, it's all
Crown on Crown.
Yeah, it's all whiskey, so it's straight.
That's your preference, whiskey?
Mm-hmm.
I'm bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bourbon.
I'm whiskey.
You whiskey?
Jameson.
No, I'm cool on that.
I got a little Jameson.
I like that Woodford Reserve. All All right, damn, I was about to take another shot. What was it? But you still drinking too?
No, I gotta go
That's
to work
the same
tomorrow.
one.
Yeah, I gotta go to work.
Yo,
Gotta
this
ease
is-
it
yo,
on
yeah,
in.
babysitting, boy.
Man, I've been eating healthy, okay? This shit come different when you drink shit, when you eat healthy. You eat a salad after you get drunk. Your hangover about to be crazy. You need something greasy, something to soak the shit up.
Nigga, you need to
That's
learn
a-
your level.
That's a myth.
Yeah.
Grease and alcohol.
That does not mix.
What
How does
you
that?
mean?
That doesn't even sound like it should
But
mix.
see, people be saying that all the time. Get you some greasy foods. No.
No.
Why does it work
Pour
then?
alcohol and grease in a cup and see what happens.
It doesn't
It
do.
don't soak it up.
It doesn't do. Well, maybe it's because of the bread, all that shit.
No, you
soak it
should
up
eat
as
like
well, too.
some damn broccoli or some bananas or some
Man,
pickles.
I'm not.
Hell
I'm not
or
saying
some
any.
scrambled
I'm not
eggs.
saying none of that. I'm
That's-
not saying
that is what
I'm
works
saying
for hangovers.
you need to know your level as far as alcohol intake.
Well, that's neither here nor there. Sometimes, you know.
Right. I mean,
Sometimes
it
what?
depends on the
Sometimes
day.
you might just drink and you might, you know.
It depends on the day. But that light eating shit, like green broccoli, all
Yeah.
that, that doesn't work for
Well,
me. Salads,
That's-
all
yeah,
that
you,
shit.
You do some random ass
asparagus, that
Because
shit.
I've
You was
had
all
my
over
share
the
of
food
hangovers.
pyramid. Right
I've had
there.
my share of
That shit
hangovers,
don't
and
work.
greasy food ain't it.
See, give me Gatorade and SpongeBob marathon, and I'm good. I'm bounced back.
SpongeBob.
Yeah,
You
give me
crazy.
about 3 hours
Do
of
that-
SpongeBob.
Are you serious?
Dead ass.
I don't know.
It's
Yo-
good. It soothes the mind. The Gatorade soothes the body.
Gatorade soothes the body. All
That
sugar.
made more sense than damn SpongeBob. But
You don't fuck with SpongeBob?
fuck no. I never
got-
liked SpongeBob. That shit's goofy.
You got to be the first 2 seasons, no more, no less.
Nah, I gave you the first 4. But as as we are gathered here drinking and celebrating just life itself, because we ain't got the Rona. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for that. We blessed out here.
Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't help but, obviously ain't much going on in the world, but we couldn't help but to talk about this. And this subject is probably going to lead to a bunch of other conversations, but I wanted to start here with this whole Jada Pinkett Smith, August Alsina situation. It's really a long story because it spans a lot of years, technically, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm not going to go through the play-by-play of this shit. Basically, August did an interview because I think he dropped a project recently.
Mm-hmm.
And to get that shit popping in the streets or get recognition for it, he ended up
Clout.
he ended up spilling the beans about him fucking Jada Pinkett Smith, pretty much, or having an ongoing affair with Jada Pinkett Smith.
He didn't
He
say
didn't
that
say
directly.
it directly.
He
but-
indirectly said that, though. He made an assumption.
A lot
did
of body
y'all
language.
watch the whole interview, or y'all just go about a clip?
I went by the clip.
Oh,
I went by
okay.
the clip.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't dare watch the
like
whole-
everybody. That damn
Oh.
clip is probably 5 minutes of that hour-plus long interview.
You watched the
why
whole
I
thing?
didn't-
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
didn't watch it.
Yeah,
Who
so-
And
else
it was
said an
not
hour?
about Jada Pinkett Smith. That's what's getting on my fucking nerves with everybody. It's not about her. The interview is not like, oh, he sit down, let me tell you what I went through with Jada. No, he's talking about a plethora of other things, but people only want to hone in on the Jada Pinkett Smith.
Because we don't give a
part.
damn about all that other shit
I
if
do
you bringing
agree.
up this.
I
But
do
the
agree.
other shit has it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like the other shit. But people are making it like he just hit up Yee like, hey, shit, let me tell
Oh no,
you
no,
the
I don't
tea.
think. Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
She asked him,
Yeah.
and he told her, and they moved on. But nobody.
Hell
is-
yeah, she gonna move on because she just got some heat. She
Yeah.
knew exactly when
She
that
said, "I got one
when
of the
he was
best
saying all
niggas."
that shit. She was like, I'm just gonna roll with this. 'cause
Well,
this is
but
gold.
I'm saying, like, even if he wanted to continue that conversation, he could have. He kind of changed the trajectory of the conversation by talking about other important stuff.
But what else are you
So-
gonna say after you said that? You know what I'm saying? You heard
I
what he
mean,
said.
they could
You know
have
what I'm
kept
saying?
talking about it. It
Like
was-
nobody
it was
gave a
other
damn
things.
about what else he had to say after the Jada shit. Like be for real, Angelina in her head, like we can do the rest of his interview, but my shit is gold off this. I'm good.
Right. But I just feel like people are like really going for his head based on that little bitty clip.
Going
And
for his head as far as like going against him
people,
for what
yes,
he said.
people are like, oh, nigga, you shouldn't kiss and tell. Oh, he breaking the code. Oh, he ain't no good
Is he
side
not doing
nigga.
that?
Is he not doing that though? Like
But he didn't go kiss and tell. He didn't just go like, oh, shit, let me tell you. He's asked the question in the interview. So if he would have said, I don't want to speak on that, people would have still been coming at his head. Either
Nah,
way.
Nah,
Yes,
that's-
yes,
that's
the
not-
hell.
That's
No.
respectful.
No, they would have still been coming at that man.
No, the
head.
jokes would still fly. Don't get me wrong,
If
but
he would
it's
have been like,
respectful.
I don't want to speak on that and shit like that and woot woot woot, like I just feel like I don't know. So y'all think August Alsina is completely in the wrong in this situation?
I think he is. I don't. What is this? You know what the sign is? I don't know.
I don't know. Let me see.
What is
the
his sign?
Wi-Fi working?
Yeah.
Wi-Fi lit.
Let me see what the sign is.
August is who gives a damn about August? Like, let's keep it a G. But nevertheless,
He's a Virgo.
He's a Virgo. Okay, that makes perfect sense.
Oh my God.
He's a jackass. That's what I think August Alsina is.
You was gonna say that for any sign you looked up. You're a jackass. And you're a Pisces.
He's a jackass for this and this only. Bro, we know why you had this interview was to talk about your music and shit. Why did you feel the need to elaborate on this specific subject about a married woman in an interview? Like you said, most of it ain't had shit to do with all that other shit. Like, most of it was just like about his life, what he's been through,
right,
and where he at today. Why bring up a whole relationship with a married woman?
He didn't bring it up. Angela, asked him.
No, but why he brought it up by elaborating. I'm talking about the elaboration. What you mean he ain't really elaborate? You heard what he said?
The way,
I heard it.
No.
I watched the whole interview.
The way he elaborated, he pretty much just made it seem like he was like
solidified in
stepping in this truth. Like, I'm going to say this, and I'm proud to say this. Though?
What is wrong with him telling his truth?
It's about a married woman.
Okay, so if it was Will Smith and somebody that's 21 years his junior, 21 years younger than him, a girl that would have came out and said, yeah, whoop de whoop, me and Will, whoop de whoop de whoop, Jada gave me her blessing, whoop de whoop de whoop, y'all would have been at Will's head.
It will be.
Yes, y'all would have.
No, because if it was like Megan Thee Stallion type age, Will Smith.
But we're talking
I'm saying
about,
like, because it's a young woman coming out against Will.
If it was a young woman who went through some traumatic shit in her life, who was at a very bad place mentally, we all know this nigga been dealing with some mental issues, and our fucking black community don't want to focus on mental health issues. This man had some mental health issues when he came up under Jada's wing, or whatever y'all want to call it. And if that was Will taking in a young girl as a father figure, big brother figure, uncle, whatever, and he started fucking around with her, then he broke her heart or whatever the case might be, and fucking left her alone, and she come out and tell 4 minutes of her truth in an hour-long interview, people would have been like, oh, Will's a monster. Oh, Will ain't shit. Oh, he took advantage of her. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But because it's August and he's the male in the situation and Jada's the female, everybody going in his head.
No, don't. You're going to a point that I haven't even confirmed yet, because for me, I think Jada in the wrong too.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So no, I'm not coming at y'all. I'm just saying what I've been seeing floating around the media.
And the other thing is that we're really on it's gotta be a part 2, because we gotta figure out what Jada's gonna talk about at the red table talk. I want to hear her side of her truth. I gotta hear the whole story. Yeah. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's too many questions and holes into it.
When we did see them out and about together on the red carpets or whatever, when
you talking about that picture with Drake in the back?
That one too. I've seen a bunch of them.
Did you see the one where August Alsina was massaging Will Smith and he was like, "Yeah, man, that's what a real man needs. He know what a man needs."
No,
I was laughing at the one where they had the baby picture of August and the younger version of Jada.
I saw that one. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, we done seen all these pictures. I'm talking about before this stuff, like when they were really still dealing with each other. Yeah. It was public. It was obvious that wasn't no mother figure shit going on.
It was obvious. You can't believe that a man and a woman can have a friendship like that.
No, my homeboys not on me like that. My homeboys ain't putting their hand on my waist and shit like that. And I got homeboys. You know what I'm saying? When we go out,
married too.
They not. Who?
No, I'm talking about like Jada.
I was like, no, the fuck I ain't.
Nah.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's married, so that adds more to it. Right. Like, fuck no. If I'm even in a relationship, my homeboys, I'm not even going nowhere solo dolo with my homeboys if it ain't a business.
Exactly.
So that was obvious as to what was going on back then.
I don't know. I feel like we can't be progressive.
But he was too friendly, bro.
He was
the
obviously
pictures is obviously too friendly. It was a little bit more than what it was.
Gave him his blessing.
But look, after everything you just said about August Alsina, like, don't get me wrong, he is in the wrong, and that was sloppy. But at the end of the day, like, why did he have to tell? Like, I don't understand. Like,
why did he have to confirm it? Because like you said, he didn't come out of nowhere and say it. He
talked about it on that damn song, and why ain't people just now really talking about it?
So leave it on the song.
He was supposed to leave it on the song.
Exactly.
Leave it alone.
Music is different. It's a whole different realm.
Acting like this man came and was like, "Yee, let me tell you the tea, dog."
He might as well.
He was ready.
Shit.
The nigga was crying.
No, y'all can't say he was ready because I didn't see the whole interview. Y'all don't even know how the interview flowed.
I'm speaking.
But that's the problem.
I see him cry every time. Every clip I see, he crying. Why he crying?
Because he's sensitive.
I'm speaking.
See, that's the problem too. Black men can't even be sensitive.
That ain't it. You tried it.
I give you that black men do need to be more upfront and honest about how they feel. Within our own community, within our own brotherhood. However, there's some shit that you just don't say in public. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. The shit that he said he could have told his therapist. You know what I'm saying? If you're going through some mental shit, talk to a therapist. Don't talk to Angelia about it.
I'm coming from the perspective of somebody that watched the whole video. And so my co-host is not here because he had a whole bunch of shit errands he was running, so he couldn't make it. But I talked to him before I got here to get his point of view on this. And he said he didn't watch the whole interview. Like y'all, he only watched the clips that's floating around.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
And Dr. Trill also said he feel like Jada was in the wrong, like she probably manipulated him and took advantage of the situation.
I agree.
Or whatever like that. So he kind of is on the same page as me, because when he was saying, I said, well, shit, we on the same page, you know what I'm saying? So he's not on that, oh, this nigga kiss it told, that's a fuck nigga shit, woot, woot, woot. Like, and y'all, if y'all listen to Unapologetically Unfiltered, y'all know this nigga, it surprised me that he was kind of on the same page as me. But
hold on, y'all co-hosts, y'all supposed to be on the same page.
No, we're battle of the sexes. We don't be on the same page a lot of times. But he said that same thing. He was like, nah, I just feel like that nigga had a lot of shit going on mentally. Jada, why did she even get involved with him on that kind of level? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
very true.
We got a confirmation. It's been rumored for years, damn near decades now, about Will and Jada's relationship and how
That ain't been no rumor. They confirmed that on the red table. She said they gonna be in the same house. If they're married, they gonna be in the same house, but he could be on the other side of the house fucking somebody else. That was confirmed with them.
Well, then we know their relationship. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's an open relationship. So
ain't nothing new.
So her fucking August ain't really my issue if they already have a agreed upon.
Yeah, that's
open
not the issue.
The issue is him telling everybody they was fucking.
And the issue is the fact that she knows she got some magic box pussy.
She do.
And
she go
and put it on this little young
pussy.
nigga.
Think about
and she feel like he wasn't gonna fall in love. Everybody know August sensitive since he started goddamn singing, rapping, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. Y'all, everybody know August been sensitive. She take this man under his wing when he's vulnerable, when he's at a time. And see, the thing is, a lot of people don't understand. They try to say he's a grown man. He's a grown man. He know what he was doing.
He is a grown man.
Have you ever lost somebody close to you? Have you ever lost a sibling?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of state of mind were you in?
Hurt.
Could somebody have easily come and, console you and took you under their wing?
I've easily got some sympathy pussy. You feel me? And I took it and I ran with it.
But even on a higher level from that, though, if you're in a bad space and this woman comes along as more of a comforting mother figure, I'm sure she ain't come on.
She was very comforting.
All right. Open for you.
Nah, she busted. Yeah, she was busted.
They moved that man into their home and everything. That's a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? And so
I call that convenience.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I have no empathy for somebody who told. Like, this is what is the result of what's going to happen when you tell. Like, you could have maneuvered around that question.
Same thing if it was a woman.
Yes.
I don't believe that.
You know me. I keep it a full beam.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? Like I try to be fair and objective.
If Will was bumping uglies, as you call it, with a little young tender,
and
that's what he be saying. And I'm like, that shit, I hate it too.
Me too.
Hey,
Jesus.
It's a saying for a reason. People say
sound
disgusting.
Nigga, the sex you be having, bro, it's disgusting.
You seen it?
No, he tells me these stories, and I tell him to stop telling me. Like, I hate riding with this nigga, right? He's nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm a nasty motherfucker.
Right,
but anyway, you know who else is nasty? Jada, okay? Nasty
she
ass,
gotta be
old
nasty.
ass.
She probably done did some. Ain't no telling what she did to August.
Oh, yeah.
Do y'all know what she probably did to this man?
I want Jada to do it to me.
I feel like
she did something to his.
Whoa.
I don't know where you
You're
going
a little bit
with
too
it.
unfiltered.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
You might need to apologize for what you was thinking about. Damn. I was just gonna say I feel like Jada Pinkett, her pussy is like it just wraps itself around you. You know what I'm saying? It just envelops you.
Toxic.
It envelops you.
She got some toxic pussy.
Nah, think about she had Pac. She had Pac. She had Will. She got two icons on her belt.
Wow, that's heavy.
How many writing
heavy.
her poems? She got Will Smith, and goddamn, then she got August talking about if he die today,
he'll be good.
She got the trifecta. She got the hood legend. You know what I'm saying? She got the businessman, the black family man of all time, and then she got a little young boy.
Hey, fun fact: she named her pussy Jada because it's Pinkett. Okay, the shit's just
okay.
pink.
Wow. Okay.
All right, I put it out
Yeah,
my
I was
ass,
saying,
but she probably
Apologize for that.
She probably did that August. Pulled it out his ass.
So you believe that some women prey on young men?
I believe that people prey on young people. People prey on people, period. Not just women, not just men.
In the same way that, so like, how often is that? Do you know anybody like that? Not like prey, but like that go after younger men because they just easier to deal with?
Well, younger men, nah. I don't know any females. I was about to say, I know some niggas that have went after young chicks.
Okay.
Because they feel like they can mold them. And that might have been what Jada was doing. She catch this nigga at a vulnerable time in his life. Oh, shit, I can mold him and to be what I want him to be. He could be my little slave.
But that's why I'm wondering, like, what was her motivation to be with him? Like, what did she get out of that?
He got a big-ass dick. So she
You
might
seen
have
it?
wanted that. Yeah. Yes, the whole internet has seen
What?
it. Seen his
What?
package.
What was his dick out?
I don't want to know. I don't give a fuck about
Everybody
August
dick out like that? Is it a website you can see celebrity dicks?
So, people be sending people shit, and it goes around, especially on Facebook. They'll post it or send it in the
Facebook
inbox.
the devil.
Yeah.
Facebook the devil.
It was on Facebook?
He's
Damn.
not like out like that. I mean,
No wonder
he
you
was in his
sensitive.
underwear on the Facebook picture I saw recently.
Oh,
that
you
resurfaced.
saw his
That,
print.
but no, it's been years. Everybody knows. Any female that knows anything about August Alsina probably knows that he had. Even Angela Yee talked about it in the interview, which y'all did not watch. But
Damn.
We were prepared enough for this
I'm
conversation.
glad I did not watch that.
Yeah,
They
they talking
didn't
about
talk about
my
it like
Facebook dicks. I'm cool on that.
they didn't
Right.
go into detail about it. But everybody knows.
But he went
So
into
because he
detail
got-
about the Jada shit,
But I'm just
though.
saying, like
You know what
Jada
I'm
Smith,
saying?
like Jada, you can have any dick you want. Why him?
Because she could mold him. He young. She could get in his mind. You can't just go get in everybody's mind. You can get in his mind. He's a nice looking
So you're
young
saying-
man.
I'm just saying,
without
why it gotta
the
be this
crazy
messy?
hair.
It don't have to be this messy.
So
you know
you're
what I'm
saying when Jada's talking about the red table talk, which she's about to eventually do,
Yeah.
she's talking about this is going to be a healing. What she tweeted, you think that's a bunch of baloney? Like you just think she's not healing, she's a manipulator. She got this dude vulnerable.
I don't know. I
and-
would have to see that, but I do think that her being an older woman, I feel like with me, I'm not about to go after nobody 21 years younger than me. That's fucking sick, even in 10 years from now. But even somebody 10 years younger than me, I'm sure I could manipulate them. I'm sure I could.
She thinks she could just run the game.
Right,
now.
she'll
Just because your
she'll
name
cook
is
a meal
on game,
and,
don't mean you
put a-
can.
But that's the thing.
Hey,
Put a
I'm
nigga
sure
down.
It's
I
all about the
could.
dice roll. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure I could manipulate 10 years younger than me, yeah. A little 23-year-old, I could.
Oh yeah, those are babies.
Exactly.
Yeah, babies, but they more reckless though. This is a different breed.
They're more
coming
reckless,
out.
but you can
It's a
still, if
different breed.
you know how to. I mean, I got family members that age group, so I know how they
How they
you know
think
what
and how
I'm
they
saying?
move.
Yeah,
All right, you plotting right now.
I'm not. I don't want no young nigga. I'm good. I'm super good. You know what I mean? We had that episode in
even say that.
February.
I'm
I'm
about-
still good. I'm good.
Hey, you say no, you
Right.
can't knock it till you
She
try it.
said I'm good 5 times.
I'm the main nigga I'm thinking about as far as within this situation is Will Smith, obviously.
That nigga don't care. He going on cruises with his side bitch.
But I'm just saying, how should he react to this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking, like, what would I
August
do if I
said
was
he
Will?
gave him his blessing. So maybe
You believe
maybe,
that?
maybe on some GP shit, he hit him up like, yo.
I'm trying to fuck your wife.
No, he hit him up like, yo, why you do that, bruh? Like, we had an understanding, whoop, the whoop, the whoop, whatever. Call it a day. He can't really be mad because apparently Jada was the goddamn, she was a thought before Will. So,
Damn, you ain't gotta say
not
shit.
a thought.
Come on.
Damn.
that's what
Jada.
did she say that? That she was out and about before Will came along?
I mean, everybody got their whole face. We know
Stop
this.
saying that because
We-
that's
Everybody
not
has
true.
that is true.
I've
Everybody has
never
a whole
had
vest.
one. Go back and listen to the Valentine's episode.
Are you?
I've heard it.
Never.
I
you say
didn't.
never.
I still-
So you saying like you
That
predicting the
don't
future
Same-
now?
right. You
Yeah,
acting like you
wait.
can't have a whole face.
Oh,
don't know.
I'm about to be 34. Ain't nobody got
What that
time
mean?
for that.
What you
I'm not about
mean?
to go out. I don't got
If
time.
all these businesses you got pop, you know what I'm saying? You got nothing but time, space, and
And
opportunity.
I'm
You're like,
good.
you know what? I can
I'm
deal
good.
with a little.
Even from the episode. Like, I ain't been with nobody since my ex. I'm good. If I wanted to have a whole phase, I'd be doing that shit now. I'm good.
Hey, you might as well. You gotta
Right.
keep the mask on. You know what I'm saying? Turn the lights off.
Nah,
Right,
I'm
nah.
super straight. Ain't nobody got time to be doing all that shit.
Face down, mask
it's too
up.
Much,
You
it's
know
too
what I'm
much
saying?
going on out here. Now you got to ask a nigga if they got COVID-19.
Right.
And
Right,
niggas
you're
lying
right,
like a
though.
motherfucker.
Right.
Niggas barely get STD testing. That COVID testing, but ain't nobody.
Exactly.
You talking about stick that where? COVID. With who?
Exactly. Like, no,
What?
hell no. Like what? No sir. No sir.
So you don't
No,
give a fuck about
sir.
how Will Smith feel about this shit?
I ain't don't say I don't give a fuck, but I really don't. I mean, like, really. Really, let me tell y'all about me. What it boils down to is the only reason I watched the damn interview because I saw so many people go into his head, and I was like, I'm curious. I like to know the full thing. I like to know everything. So I was like, let me go watch this whole video.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Other than that, I give two fucks about these celebrities because they got these millions and billions, and that shit ain't putting a dollar in my account.
Exactly.
So I don't give a fuck who they fucking sucking, whatever. I don't care.
And it's way more important stuff right now to be talking about.
I got more important shit.
Who the fuck Jada Pinkett Smith fucking? Like, I could give a damn.
All right, so if that's the case, let me ask y'all a hypothetical question. All right,
like, she fucking me.
Yeah, she likes younger men.
She gonna change it, boy.
She can manipulate me.
I'm assuming
I'll be in
a
role with Will. I'll be like, it's Will and Will. Fuck that. Yeah, both.
Hell nah, bro. You ain't trying to do no devil's three.
Nah, ain't no devil's no three-way. Nah, I'm talking about acting roles. He can push forward to make a career.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, I was about to say,
for clarity.
I was about to say the pussy can't be that good. Nah. She done changed you a lot.
I'll be like, fuck Will, bro. Fuck that nigga. I'm the better Will, nigga. I will get.
He said, I'm the Fresh Prince, nigga.
I got Phillip Banks. Sup, nigga.
Now, all right, let me ask y'all a hypothetical, right? So let's say like y'all are, rich to the level that y'all, you know what I'm saying, ultimate level.
Okay.
And then you have a partner who's like somewhat near the same tax bracket.
Okay.
Being that rich and then you have a lavish lifestyle, does being monogamous make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you see how long you see how long Will and Jada been together. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as a unit,
right?
And they seem happy up until this point. We ain't know about what they had going on,
right?
And they was happy. They went through. I mean, as far as like they went through their shit, obviously, but they've always pulled through.
They evolved, yeah.
Does like I'm trying to basically ask the question of like, do open relationships? Could you see yourself in that?
Fuck no, I don't have time for that shit.
Damn.
Why not?
So you wouldn't even be open-minded, even if it was the perfect nigga for you. No. Y'all lasted years, and you have a little stumble on.
What about if it's on your angle, like from your side? Like, you don't want to deal with two niggas. What if two niggas had a big bank account, a big dick, and they treated you right?
That from the last episode. I don't. First of all, let me tell you, I don't care about no big bank account because mine big by myself.
But
so
you care
I
about
don't
the
give
big
a fuck
dick, though,
about
right?
the niggas. The big dick. Some of these big dick niggas don't even know what to do with it. So they don't.
Right now you talking shit on all nigga, right?
What you like there? Do you want to be with us or do you not? Goddamn.
Do you want a nigga or not?
That's all we got, really.
But that ain't all to a nigga. Just his bank account and his dick. And see, that's the problem.
That's about 4 pillars of it.
That's the problem that these females got y'all thinking that's all that y'all need to encompass is a big bank account and a big dick.
It catch a lot of them.
Well said.
I get 80% of them.
I know some that would be okay. I know.
So what you need?
I need more than that shit. I need a nigga that know his passion, that got some ambition, that can motivate me, that I can motivate, that can be open to goddamn me motivating them and helping them, and we help each other. I don't give a fuck
about. Sound like you wanna mold a young nigga.
No, I didn't. I had a little young dude that I don't want no young nigga.
Too much passion, not enough ambition.
Yeah, nigga just want to go to the club. Nobody got time for that.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Nobody got time for that shit.
So so your relation, you can't, because do you understand what I mean by asking that question? Because it just feels like, why do we?
The open relationship.
Well, because relationships themselves, like they're all like unique, right? Like no relationship, you can't really have a cookie cutter relationship.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whatever works for you works. But I see a lot of people try this monogamous, like, and I'm not saying that this is my thoughts, but I'm just trying to go down this rabbit hole of like, how open-minded could you be when it comes to dating?
I'm not about to have no open relationship, nigga. If you still want to go and fuck around, just go fuck around. Don't come my way. Like, just point blank, period. I was listening to something one day. I can't remember what it was, and it was a dude, and he was talking about how men will go from being single to in a relationship, like being single fucking around, then all of a sudden they're in a relationship. And he was saying that ain't how it should be. It should be niggas. I think this is probably the same for women, too. Are you coughing?
COVID.
You put my mask on.
I didn't cough. I've been drinking. I burped.
Hey, she pointed this nigga out quick. She stopped at mid-thought.
I'm super paranoid.
I was just burping because of this.
You know, it's a lot for me to even be here in the studio right now.
I appreciate your presence.
Y'all, we social distancing
we
here.
Are.
We away. It's only 3 niggas in the corner.
We are social, but we still distant. You know what I'm saying? That's what I
live with the nigga. So at this point, shit.
Oh, if he got it, you got it.
Exactly.
Shit.
And I ain't got it.
And I ain't got it either. Okay.
I hope I ain't got it.
COVID.
I know I ain't got it.
Okay.
Oh, just fucking.
What was I saying?
I don't know. You over here trying to
Right, you the one, right, damn.
Trying to put that sickness on me, that curse.
I know what I was talking about.
Dang.
I was saying the dude was saying that people, he said niggas in particular, but I think people, if you go from being single and being on the scene, dating around, you got your whole little squad, your whole lineup, and then you just decide, okay, all of a sudden, I'm going to pick this when I'm in a relationship tomorrow, when just last week you was fucking around with all these folks. You don't have that time in between time to calm down, to give yourself that break. So you're going into a relationship already with the mindset like, shit, you still been fucking around. You ain't gave yourself time to get that shit out your system. So you might go through that honeymoon phase, but you're going to get right back to normal and be still fucking around.
You saying
I
niggas
definitely
who
agree with that.
Niggas who be in open relationships is basically like you were in between a relationship nigga. Like you don't want to stop fucking, but you want to be secure as well.
Right. They want that cake and eat it too.
I don't feel like that was Will and Jada's case though. Like, you know
I feel
what I'm saying?
like Jada was already thotting and bopping. She wanted her cake.
You just got something against Jada.
No, I don't.
You do. That's what it feel like.
Shit, you ain't said a compliment about her since we got on. You know
I like Jada Pinkett Smith. I think she manipulated August though. I really do. And I think that everybody coming down on him, so I got to come and be Captain Save-A-Ho and be like, she manipulated.
Why you saving these hoes?
She didn't
Why you
save
saving
him.
these hoes?
Because I'm a Libra and I'm trying to balance shit
Oh,
out around
hell no.
Now we
Now
got the now it's got the scales
but
out.
I definitely, I don't know about monogamous. I can definitely say that I'll be open to a threesome, like with my wife. You know what I'm saying?
That's not
like,
an open relationship.
I get that, but I feel like that's
you talking about with another man or a woman?
Nigga, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I mean, but you said Will
Fucking
and Will
devils.
earlier, so we got to make sure.
Stop it.
No, I'm just
Stop
saying.
it. Take
I'm
a
just
sip
saying.
of your crown. Drink.
I'm saying as far as like I don't know who was setting up the threesome. Was it you or your wife?
Nah. It's only
The
going to
wife
be.
got
It's only gonna be you.
Yeah. No, it's going to be me, her, and another woman. That's it. Ain't no devil's three-way. Ain't no deviled eggs. Ain't no devil balls. None of that shit. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck about that. You be like, well, how come the woman can? Nah, ain't none of that. I don't give a fuck. It's my marriage.
I mean, either way is.
But
I feel like if you bring another person in the room, you might as well, the relationship about to be over anyway.
hell no, bro. You can
depends on the
last.
couple.
Come on now.
I feel like it depends.
You gotta
on
get
the couple.
spicy in the bedroom. 20, 30 years for
What if the
somebody.
pussy
but
better
you
than
gotta
hers? What if the pussy better than your wife?
Shit, you leave it alone, nigga. Block the number as soon as you get it.
You gonna block pussy?
Yeah, I was about to say,
Block
niggas
it.
ain't gonna
You
do
gotta.
that. But that's why the woman has to open Pandora's box. The man can't do that.
That's what I was
shit.
saying. If you are you setting it up or she setting it up, she gonna probably pick a butterhead at least.
No. Yeah, we will have established rules as
Does
you
the
supposed to.
does the butterhead suffice for you?
No, butterhead.
You rather not have a threesome at all.
She has to at least be at my wife's level or better. Okay.
Or better.
Or better.
Yeah, that's when you go. This
So
you
then it sounds like
greedy,
then it sounds like at my wife's level. Why you insecure and you trying to do a threesome? Listen, get your ass to work. You
She
either
ain't tryna-
sucking or fucking. Okay, which one you want to do? You pissing me off. Okay, you want to do it or not? I'm leaving it up to you.
So that's the only open relationship you gonna have is a threesome with
Yes,
with
that's
another woman.
if we want to do that.
Who is we? I thought it was
Me and her. Like if me and my wife is like a Will and Jada. If we want to do that and spice it up, we can do that. If not, I think it just be them two. You know what I'm saying?
For me right
No open
now, I
relationship.
mean, I ain't trying to get in no relationship, so I'm not saying like I'm into open relationships. I'm just saying like I'm not tying you down. You ain't tying me down. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as we all safe out here, that's all that matters. But I am a traditional nigga as far as like I would want to just have one wife and that's it.
Keep it a
You know
buck. You know what I'm saying?
I can't deal with more than multiple women at once. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
I've grown around women all my life. I know that I can only deal with one at a time.
And then it ties me. And then it ties me in with God. You know what I'm saying? Like it's supposed to be one household, man and woman. You're not supposed to get all that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want everything to be focused and have my household pure. Unless we trying to get nasty a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you ain't got to talk on the mic like that. Like I said earlier.
The female listening is you wet right now.
So we gonna have to wait. So part 2 I can't wait. What do y'all think she gonna say on that red table talk? You think she's gonna confirm it or she gonna deny and say this nigga lying? Like I don't believe this goofy ass.
I feel like she gonna have to say a little something. She gotta, put a little razzle dazzle in there.
Razzle dazzle. So bullshit. You want her to finagle around and be like, but we did
She
it.
not just gonna be like, oh, it's completely false. She gonna say some shit to goddamn, but she gonna beat around the bush about some shit.
I really don't give a damn. I mean,
I know.
shit, if you already fucked up, like leave it alone. Who cares? It's COVID.
It's numbers. She need these numbers.
Numbers for what? As long as she dropping an album and nothing. Like, what
I
the
mean,
fuck?
shit.
Red Table
Nigga, she
Talk
want to
was
get
already
paid.
big.
She want to get paid. She can get paid more, nigga. She
So
getting
was this
paid
a
by
ploy?
content.
So was this a ploy? Do you think this was a background design scheme?
With all of them.
With all of them.
Like they in
Everybody's
cahoots,
in
nigga?
cahoots. Yeah. Help August with his album.
And
Will with a movie.
all of
and Jada with her talk.
That ain't got all
Hold
that
on.
millions.
Let me ask y'all.
falling for
let
it.
me
And we
ask-
falling for the
Let me
shit.
ask y'all a
Why it's
question.
COVID?
Let me ask y'all a question. Have y'all listened to the August Alsina album?
I have not.
I listen to it.
So it's
That
so
thin-
the marketing did not work.
Right. That
Because I ain't listening to that
I
shit
didn't
either.
listen to it.
that thin mustache fuck.
But
Listen,
y'all,
I ain't
but
listening.
y'all,
That
did
nigga
not,
had-
y'all didn't even watch the whole interview.
I'm not about to
I
watch
don't
a
want to
whole
watch
hour.
him crying with his rainbow hair. Look like Tekashi
That nigga
with a
look,
mustache.
That nigga like a hood ass Sideshow Bob.
Right. I don't want to leave that
Ain't nobody wanna watch
bullshit.
it.
Yeah.
But hey,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, I hope my nigga doing all right. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mentally,
I
at
hope,
least, mentally,
I hope he got the
definitely.
shit off his chest. He gonna be good now. I mean, these jokes gotta fly, my nigga. So
Right,
shit,
right.
it is what it
It
is.
is what it is.
But
Put yourself
we hope
out
you're
there.
doing good and shit. And Jada, shit, you gonna have to clean up the household at this point. Get the broom out. Shit, you gonna have to do a lot of cleaning.
Well, at least the kids grown and everybody
are they
established.
niggas? Ain't they like they still
Everybody
under?
established.
They still under 18, ain't they? At least two of them.
Nah, Jaden like
He
19,
just turned
20.
I don't know how old they are. I don't be keeping up with them that much.
Right.
I know Willow. She ain't.
all
she
I
ain't
know
18.
is Will just better make another good movie. I'm tired of hearing this bullshit.
Are you talking about Gemini, man? You ain't like that?
Come on. Yeah, I was already on the podcast talking about that bullshit.
You ain't see the that movie the animated movie he did with he pigeon and shit.
Man, hell no. I'm a grown bruh. Will.
I'm just saying these is his movies. You know what I'm saying?
I heard he's about to play a slave in like 1942 or some type of
Nah,
slave.
he I heard he doing the Serena Williams. He playing Serena Williams.
He's
daddy.
doing that, but he's doing a slave. He just did a deal. This is like as of like last week. He's about to do a deal and play a slave. I'm like, he better not try to add love in the slave film. But that's another conversation.
Speaking of another conversation, switch topics over here a little bit.
Thank you.
Let's talk about something
Disappointed.
that I feel like is the probably is the most interesting part of this conversation we've been having. Y'all seen that 50 Cent Lil Wayne clip as far as that Young Money radio interview he did?
I definitely
I
did
saw
see
the
it.
clip. I didn't go watch the whole thing.
You ain't watched the whole thing. All right, so now you on our level. I'm
I
gonna
didn't
call
have
your
time.
ass. I'm gonna
Right.
call your ass out
I
like
didn't
you
have
are.
time.
You
to
ain't
watch
had
the whole
time.
thing. I didn't even know about it until you said something about it. So I didn't have
all right,
time.
whatever. You just, we gotta be sympathetic
Right.
to you, but you gonna call us out. But we gonna
Y'all
be
can
all
call
right.
me out for not knowing everything.
The damn show is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So the whole uproar is, and if you don't know about the story, it's on the Shade Room. Basically, 50 Cent was like, he was upset with certain black women that criticize him for the women that he dates that's not black. You know what I'm saying? The quote unquote foreign bitches. And then he was basically telling them to stop being so angry. So obviously, and then Lil Wayne was cackling in the back.
He
So-
was.
So,
That nigga was cackling.
so obviously, a lot of black women came out and had a lot of shit to say about it. So my first question is like, do black women think that all black men like don't find them like exotic / attractive?
I'm
Like,
not gonna say all.
you're not gonna say all?
You
No, not
you smart
all.
enough to say that, but not a lot of black women are not smart enough to not generalize. You know what I'm saying? Not all.
No, I don't think all black. I think it's some black men that ain't going for nothing but black women. So I don't think.
I appreciate you saying that because
I appreciate
feel
you
like,
saying that too.
I feel like that's not the narrative. That's
Really?
you talking about Libra. I guess this is why you balancing shit out. That's not, you don't hear that much. And like I think I just recently saw the Shade Room try to throw some black love out there as far as they posted like
did
black
see that
couples
too.
and shit like that.
Absolutely.
But I just feel like when it comes to like who black men date, it's heavily criticized more than who black women date. As far as when you're talking about
Other races.
yeah,
Yeah, I do feel like people do criticize black men more than they criticize black women. I criticize them all.
so why is
I
that?
don't like the word criticize.
Why?
I can I rescind that? Can you edit that? I'm just playing. You don't have to edit that. Cause I feel like you said, it can't be one sided. Like if we gonna go down on black men and be like, oh, he dating outside the race, then why is it okay though? Okay, sister, I see you got you a white man. No, fuck that.
Yeah, like I've never seen a nigga
Agreed.
get celebrated for a white woman.
And he
like
will
Meghan-
never.
Never.
Like
He's-
Meghan Markle got celebrated for being with that white man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the whitest you gonna get.
You'll be
Say it
classified.
again, that
A white man. The
Goddamn.
king of England. What is he? The Prince of England?
I don't know
You
what the
can't get
fuck-
more milky white. That's
That's white as hell.
mayonnaise. That's pure
Meghan
mayonnaise.
Markle was on Deal or No Deal. She went from there
To suits.
to Suits.
that goofy motherfucker was on Suits. How the hell? her agent,
up, bro.
her
She
agent
moved
was,
up,
her agent
blow
was
up
like,
crazy.
look, you want to be a princess or not, bitch? You sound
Hey,
like
real talk.
I got Meghan Markle to the motherfucking kingdom.
Hey, royalty. Royalty.
But I'm just saying, I don't see
But
that.
if it's a black man, you'll be classified as a traitor. Or,
coon.
you know what I'm saying? Real talk.
a Terry Coon. That's
Come
what
on,
they-
man. Like-
Shout out to Sophie Schneider. Terry Coon.
Terry Coons.
But I guess I'm just like, why? You know what I'm
Why
saying?
what?
Like, why is that?
Do black men,
Do black women really feel like? Because I feel like the main base of that criticism. You don't like criticism. The main base of that issue is like, I feel like with black women, when it comes to dating, they and correct me if I'm wrong, because you're a black woman. So this is my thought process. Dating isn't the same for men and women. Period. Right.
right? It's a double standard.
So, like, the men are as society deems to it, they got to go out and pursue the woman. The woman just filters who the fuck she want to fuck with, right? She's not actually going out at all. She's just filtering what
These
comes to
day
her.
and ages, niggas want to be pursued nowadays. So
Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Come
nothing
on.
wrong with
Court me.
pursuing. No,
You can't court me.
You can't court
What
me.
does court mean to y'all?
Cook a meal.
That's not courting.
No, not courting is just
Yes,
like
it is.
Courting is like, hey, I'm about to go to this event or whatever. I think you might like it. You want to come slide
That's
with
not
me?
courting.
How's that not courting? That's a date.
Right.
That's a date.
Yeah.
That's dating.
You
That's
invite.
dating.
I'm saying
Dating and courting aren't the same.
What is courting then?
Courting isn't dating.
courting is cooking me a meal, inviting me, bringing
You
me
talking
over.
about some 1958 type of dating courting?
I'm saying courting is supposed to be that level before you get engaged. Courting is more, I guess, the exclusiveness of a relationship.
I
mean,
want
but-
that too.
I thought the courting was just dating.
So why would it be two different words?
I thought it was one was just more proper than the other. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
no.
like
It's
Target
not
and
the
Target.
same.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not the same.
We still can't be courted though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
We couldn't want that.
No,
So
y'all
you-
can be dated, not courted.
So you
You
saying
don't
like you
court
got?
a man.
So you saying you're not gonna get on one
Why
knee and say
couldn't
like, will you marry me?
Fuck no. I will never. I will be single.
What if that's the nigga that you like?
I don't give two fucks. If first of all, is he gonna take my last name? What the hell if I get on my knee, then he's taking my last name and I'm fucking him? What do you mean? No.
Why you
That's
gotta?
disgusting.
Why you gotta go?
Damn.
It's a question. How
She
is
said
it
He's gonna
disgusting?
take my last name, nigga. He's gonna be Mr. Copeland, goddammit. If I'm
damn.
proposing to him, when you
I heard the
marry me,
Copeland's solid,
like,
you know what
I
I'm saying?
need to go and goddamn get his mother's permission. Can I marry your son?
Can
know?
you? You know what I'm saying? The
Real
mama, the
talk.
mama
Like,
got
what's
something
wrong?
to say.
Like,
Because
I
that
don't
means
see what's
if
wrong
I
with
gotta
that.
do all of that, no, it's a lot wrong with that.
So then
if
why-
I gotta
so then
do
why-
all that,
so why
that
we gotta
nigga's
do
gonna
it?
be my bitch.
Why do we have to
August
do it
Alsina
then?
is the type of nigga you get down on one knee and propose to. Jada can propose to him.
All right.
And you know what I'm saying?
Right,
She
bruh.
over
It
there.
ain't fair, bruh. It ain't even fair.
You just too unbalanced.
But
You
see,
just scale
no,
is
that's
too
the
heavy
thing.
on one
Right.
side.
Y'all want the woman to get on one knee and propose.
Don't say y'all. What you about to say?
Right,
What you about
right.
to generalize us black men about?
I'm saying,
Okay.
y'all, based on y'all's little argument right now.
All right,
and
it's a little argument right
so
now.
the girl the woman get on her
Criticize.
knee and propose, and you accept. Are you gonna cry too? Oh my God, you gonna do all
I
that?
might
Okay.
do a Denzel
Okay,
tear.
so-
If it was Beyonce, hell yeah. Okay, I'm crying.
If Megan Thee
God damn it, I'm
Stallion
crying.
was like, Nick, I want to marry. As soon as she say,
Right, but when
I'm at the
y'all-
altar, motherfucker.
when y-
I'm at the altar, boy. Suited and booted up.
when
with
y'all
3
get married-
stallions and a couple of hotties.
With a Steve Harvey suit.
when y'all get married, though, she needs to be cooking and cleaning.
I didn't say that. I like to cook.
Nigga, are you gonna birth the children too?
Nah.
Because anatomically you
All
can't.
right,
sit
now
down,
here
okay,
we
so,
go.
okay,
All right,
all
that's
right.
where they get. She's unbalanced the scale.
I didn't think. I knew we were drinking 1792. I didn't
I'm
know
not
your
drinking that
the
shit.
mindset had to be. Why you got to be so traditional? What's
Right.
so, like? Come on, we got to
To
be
each his
progressive.
own, but if my
I'm not
man-
taking no woman's
if-
last name though. That's,
If
that's
I'm dealing with a
Flat
man
out.
and he wants me to get on my knee, he can kick rocks because
I'm
he
just
ain't
saying
the,
the
type of
idea.
man-
I would want my lady to feel that comfortable. Like that's how much love we got. That it don't even matter.
I don't
who-
want my man to feel that comfortable where if I get on one knee, this nigga, I want that nigga to be like, the fuck is you doing? Like, first of all, it shouldn't even get to that point. If I feel like I gotta, I really want him. No.
What if you beat him to the punch? What if he was about to get right down, but his knees hurt a little bit more than yours?
If I'm getting on my, I'm not gonna say that.
What's up?
If
Well,
I'm
nah,
getting
go
on
ahead.
my knees
Go
for a
ahead.
nigga, it ain't to propose to him.
Go ahead, talk
Come
about
on.
it. Hey, come on, boy.
He said, I was just tying my shoes. I thought you was going to go do it.
Nah, these women need to stop with that bullshit.
Well, basically what I was saying, the random tangent. I feel like because women just have to filter the men they receive. They don't. They're limited to their options, right? You're only limited to what surrounds you, your surroundings, because you're only limited to who's approaching you. So that little community that you around or whatever, those are the men that you're gonna be dealing with, right? So that in itself caps you as far as the environment that you in. Let's say you come from the hood, like so you only dealing with hood niggas for the most part.
True.
I'm just saying based off of the mechanics and logic that I'm going by. Like you're dealing with that type of neighborhood, that type of atmosphere. So
at least starting out.
That's what I'm saying. Like starting out.
What are we talking about? Starting out like when you're a teenager? Or are you talking about like adult?
I'm just talking about like.
Because I feel like when you're an adult, you can get out and venture out.
You can, but we know a lot of niggas that don't. You know what I'm saying?
And we talking about black people specifically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm saying like those are the type of dudes you're gonna mess around with. So like if one of those dudes treat you bad, or a group of those dudes treat you bad, your experiences are going to heavily, obviously, sway how you feel about those dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like when we talk about, when the people bring up black on black crime and shit like that, it's like, it's not because black people just want to do crime against black people. It's more about the vicinity, the area that you in. You only going to do crime in a certain area. You ain't going out to fucking, if you live in Ohio, you ain't committing a crime in California. You're going to commit it within your block, your city, whatever.
I say that in poverty.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like the location determines a lot of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we as a group, as far as black men, we get generalized based off of a small number of experiences. And while I'm not going to say most of them because I don't know every situation, but a good number of them are traumatic and are and are foul and shit like that. But I want to know, like, but I keep hearing that niggas ain't shit a lot though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how foul are niggas? Like, is it really that many niggas that are foul, or is it just more
niggas
like
are foul? I try not to say niggas ain't shit. I will say y'all are full of shit.
I'm cool with that.
It's a difference.
That is different.
So you won't hear me say niggas ain't shit. I'll say some of the niggas maybe that I fucked with ain't shit. But I'm not going to generalize and say every nigga, because maybe I'm a little stupid and I have some hope that it's some niggas out here who are about something. So I hate that generalization too. I've heard women say that these niggas ain't shit, but yeah, you about to go fuck one tomorrow.
Exactly.
I don't understand that. But I don't know. I really don't know what
I feel like
with that.
You over here drunk off the damn double crown. Boy, you don't know what the hell you saying.
Nah, I feel like generalizing enables stereotypes to exist. You feel me? Like I really feel like black women indirectly is like perpetuating the cycle of like black niggas ain't shit. If you keep saying that, if you keep saying niggas
and it's
ain't
gonna
shit,
be that.
you're feeding into the cycle.
That
you're manifesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's to the point where it's like you ain't gonna think I'm shit anyway. Why
Right.
not buy another quote unquote foreign?
That's
like,
what you're gonna attract. Like if I keep on saying, if I was to be one of those women saying niggas ain't shit, I'm gonna keep attracting ain't shit niggas.
And that,
you know what I'm saying?
And that also holds to accountability. It's like, all right, once again, why are you attracting this type of person? If you're getting all these quote unquote bad niggas and you're the common denominator, then maybe you need to figure out what's going on with you internally. Maybe it's some insecurities. Maybe you need to have some hurt people. We were talking about that the other day. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, like, that's accountability on your part. You ain't got to keep dealing with these fuck niggas, quote unquote. You can venture out, like you said, and actually find somebody who's actually deemed valuable and black.
But at the same time, I guess the way I'm thinking is like, I need to know the numbers. Like you got the scale.
Wait, numbers in what?
The numbers as far as like the foul niggas compared to the good niggas. Like I feel like
no. We need to determine what is foul? What is deemed foul? And I ain't talking about no so soft.
That's a whole nother.
Now listen. I'll take cheating at the bare minimum. Like I feel like cheating, yeah, you can move on. You will live.
What about emotional abuse?
Now I'm getting to there. So pretty much like I deemed like bad or mistreatment of women is emotional or physical abuse. I could see if cheating, like I said, at the very minimum, or like just doing something like ill intent, very malicious, like just trying to hurt.
Like when you know you're gonna hurt that person and you still go about doing
exactly.
it.
Well, that's called cheating. That's cheating.
That's not necessarily
now
cheating.
growing
How
now
is that not necessarily cheating?
You can do things. They don't have to be with another woman. You could do things that you know is gonna hurt that person.
you know what I'm saying? Not in the
No, I'm saying like
cheating is included.
cheating
It is a part of that.
yeah.
But nevertheless, it's not like it's two 20-year-olds. They're growing up trying to figure things out. They happen to sleep on each other. You know what I'm saying? That's just life. Like shit happens. But I don't really, in my opinion, I don't count that as like deemed mistreatment. Emotional, physical abuse, like that's the serious shit. So if you take that out, I feel like that's because there's a lot of girls who be like, that nigga cheated on me. These niggas ain't shit. No, baby, that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to grow a little bit. You feel me? Find somebody mature, get a variety of people, then come back with a general consensus.
I can agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like everybody cheat at some point in their life. Maybe not in every relationship, but I feel like everybody cheats.
you know what I'm
So you saying everybody cheats, but not everybody can have a whole phase?
Right. It's two different things.
She contradicting herself.
That's two different things.
I understand what you're saying right
But
now.
you
It's
said,
no-
see, I don't know. I guess it depends on what is your definition of a whole phase. Because to me, a whole phase is when
How many bodies
if a chick-
you think is a whole phase?
How many bodies? Like you mean over the course of one's life, or you
No,
mean
like
at a given time?
within a 1 year span.
Within a 1 year span? I don't know a number, but I feel like if a woman is out here just fucking around, you fucking this nigga today, then next week you got another nigga. You done fuck about 3, 4, 5 niggas in a month.
That's
like,
unhealthy. That's unhealthy.
That's a whole phase.
If you could fuck
That's
one bitch
stopping
a
and
week,
bopping.
one different bitch a week, would you
But
do that?
it's a double standard though. Niggas gonna
Would
do that
I do
shit.
that?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That's unhealthy
But that's just me
too.
being realistic
But
with
that's
you. Like if I
unhealthy
could
too.
do that, I would try. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
unhealthy.
It's unhealthy. I'm just an
Is
idiot.
that
You know
unhealthy?
what I'm
You think
saying?
that's
It is
honestly
unhealthy. Do you know the statistics in the city of
you
Atlanta?
can't do that shit.
we're
Right,
not-
come on.
These
COVID.
these are hypotheticals. We're not bringing
It's
STD
all
in a
hypothetical.
But
I'm
that's
not
bringing
important,
STD.
and that's the problem. You black men don't bring
Hold on,
STDs in.
No, hey, whoa,
You're
buddy.
bringing up the generals again.
Whoa,
all right?
buddy.
No, I'm saying people in general. It's women out here that's like, did I know this fucking up
To me,
chain?
is
And I be
if you
like,
safe.
wow.
I mean, who am I to judge if you safe?
What safe mean? Wearing a condom?
Why she say it
Well,
like
you said
that?
it like it
right?
ain't shit. Like,
She said a conundrum. Condom.
Or a condom just means you say that condom ain't gonna break. That bitch could still have crabs. I mean, I know people
Not
don't be talking
crab.
about that.
She talking about
Yeah,
Jada again.
Nah,
I'm
she
sick
talking about a
of
quarantine bitch. That's what she
Oh,
talking
Lord.
about.
I'm
Some
just saying,
goofy
that
ass
shit can still
motherfucker.
What you
what if
been
that
through?
condom break? What have I been through? What you mean?
Did the condom break when you was?
Nah, I ain't
What if
never
I get
had
hit?
nothing.
What if I get hit
All
by
right,
a
so
car?
you- all right.
What if I get struck by lightning? If he talking
That's
about
what I'm saying. You going to worst case scenario. Like, you've had good experiences based off your experience, so it can
I've
not
had
happen like that.
decent experience. Yeah, I've never had a condom break and I get something or no shit like that,
You
right?
feel
I
me?
don't
Look at
wanna
you,
say
yeah.
good
That's what I'm
experience. Every
saying.
experience
That's an
ain't good.
anomaly.
So good to bad sex. What's the average?
What you mean? Like, how do you?
Sex? What the fuck? What are you
I was
measuring?
asking a question.
it
I'm
on?
just
Right?
saying-
How am I
you
supposed to
said-
quantify?
I'm just
like,
saying, would you say you had more good experiences or more bad experiences?
I've had more good.
Okay, that's good. I've heard
But
the main
that's-
question I asked that to women, they be saying more bad.
No. The perception
They
is
probably be the
biased.
bad ones.
None, see, come on, but the perception is biased because if you have low body count and then the person was good, everybody you had sex with could be good. If you have a higher body count and then more people were, bad.
Oh, you're saying it's a numbers game?
It's a numbers game. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so it's like, it's to the perception of the person who you ask.
That's true.
So when you say there's foul niggas out there, what are we? How much? Like, I just want to know, like, in your experiences, like, would you say you dealt with more foul niggas than good niggas? Or do the foul niggas just stand out so much that you just can't think about the good niggas?
No, I can think about the good niggas because I give credit where credit is due.
Come on.
I feel like every dude that I've dealt with has some good in them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're just complete monsters. Oh, that nigga. But I think it's just certain shit. Like, I've dealt with a dude where he, like, shit could have been A1, but he still want to be a player. I wouldn't consider him foul. It's just shit. That's his nature. He still want to be out here and fuck around, and I'm not with it. Right, but outside of that, like, shit, we was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, with my ex or whatever, like, I know at heart he has good in him, but he got so much shit that he got to deal with that he was foul. He was foul. Like, nigga, I was emotionally abused in my last relationship. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's foul based on other shit that he needs to take care of. But I won't say that all over, like, oh, he's just a horrible ass motherfucker. Like, I'm not going to shit on him, but he was foul. You know what I'm saying? I've had niggas where it's like, it just like that shit just didn't mesh. They might have did a little bit of foul shit, but overall I wouldn't be like, oh, that's a foul ass nigga.
Right.
Like for the most part, I'm cool with everybody that I've dealt with except for maybe like 2 people. I'm cool with them. Like if I see them out, it's cool. Like, hey, what's up? Keep
right,
it
you
moving
cordial.
type shit. Right.
I'm cool with most of my exes as well. Like it's a cordial, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just, it didn't work, move on.
Right.
Like, not every situation has to end so ugly where you have to block the
and
person.
you gotta be more aware of yourself too, and different things. Like, you know what I'm saying? With me, I just look at things from a different lens. Like even with my ex, we don't communicate on no shit like that. And what he did was very foul. Like the bitch he cheated on me with, he in a whole relationship with this hoe now. She's white.
No, damn. Was he dark skinned?
No, he was light skinned.
Oh, okay, all
we
right,
good.
man.
We back.
Hey,
we
drink
back,
to
baby.
that.
Drink,
We drink to that. Hey, we pull up again, boy.
It was a close one.
That's
nigga.
not on our fault.
And they are
Thank
literally
God.
We got
pouring more
dark-
liquor.
Let's get it,
They are
nigga.
literally
Dark skinned
pouring
niggas, the
liquor.
original
Hey,
black man.
Dark
boy.
skinned niggas, unite.
Yeah, it's something wrong with these light skin ones for real. But
I tried to tell you.
I tried to tell you.
But yeah, so you know, it's just I don't know. It is what it is. I don't even know what I was talking about.
Boy, you on that double crown, boy.
Cool.
I feel like within the black community these days, like, of course we attack the dating thing, but I feel like as a whole, black men have been like heavily criticized lately, and not to be, you know, ignorant, like most of it probably, or some of it, or at least half of it is fair. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody deserves criticism if you fucking up, but I feel like even now within our own community, we looked at as monsters to a certain extent. Like,
And I hate that shit.
like
I don't like that shit. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
'cause
go ahead.
I'm a little buzzed from a little drink, you know what I mean?
Go ahead.
But I don't like that shit. I don't like when
What have
black
you seen?
women
Oh, go.
shit on black men, and I
Okay.
don't like when black men shit on black women. I can't stand this shit because we already are tried to be torn apart by other races. Other races really look at us a certain kind of way anyway, and like it's not enough uplifting amongst each other. You got black women out here, fuck these black men, they ain't shit. I don't want no black man. I'm gonna go get me a white man. You go date master, the fuck? Or the black men, black women, all they do is nag. And I'm just like, yeah, go get your little Becky, go get master's daughter. But that bitch ain't gonna never be able to hold you down the way a black woman can, because your struggles
That's
that you
very true.
have, she will never, I don't give a fuck how much you talk to her about shit that you go through, she will never understand it, because black people have a different set of struggles, period. You know what I'm saying? Like with black women, we have a separate set of struggles from black men, but we have the black struggle together. You know what I'm saying? And we
Definitely
understand more what y'all go through. And then I can't understand for the life of me, a black man comes from a fucking black woman, but then he shit on black women. You know, and there's some women out here that got their daddy issues that makes them shit on black men, but
even in reverse, how black women shit on black men, and then it's like, all right, well, most black men were raised by black women. So at the end of the day, you're pretty much you're the representation of a black woman's raising up. So you're saying, is that black woman shitty too? Like, I look at it full circle.
It could be the black man that raised him.
But from a motherly aspect, when you're born, you get all your morals, your values, your spiritual, whatever the case may be. So it's like, if you don't, if you grow up twisted or whatever the case may be, maybe it was bad parenting. You feel me? That's where the systemic and the generational shit comes in.
A lot of it comes
You know what
from
I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like, all right, if you're shitting on that black man, then you're shitting on the parents of that black man. And obviously, if it's a deadbeat, or if the dad is in jail, or if the nigga's dead and it's just the mom and she's working, or is a bad parent in general, just due to circumstance, then you're saying she's shitty too.
Yeah.
I just it's people being hypocrites, and I really don't like that. It just doesn't make sense. It's so ignorant. It doesn't make
hypocrites
sense.
as far as what?
Like black women saying that it's full circle, because at the end of the day, we're all systemically oppressed.
So what about when the black men shit on the black women?
Same thing. Black men shitting on black women. Let me tell you something. That is the most fucked up thing ever.
Hold on, let me ask a question. What do you mean by shit on black women? Like, what is an example? Would you say?
Like how black men be out here like, oh, this why black men don't like dealing with black women, because all they do is nag, or they do this, or they do that. And it's just like shit like that, like generalizing, saying that black men don't deal with black women for whatever reason, or, you know, just that kind of shit, like trying to put a black woman down.
But that's some, and plus they're ignorant. And like we're saying, the women who are saying that about on reverse about men, I definitely think that, like, at the end of the day, though, like, black women and black men just need to be on the same page. Like, it's something's going on with that. It's a miscommunication somewhere.
Well, there's a statement that I've been seeing a lot, and we saw this on Facebook when I tagged you in it, about, like, you know, the new terminology they got these days is like cis black man. Basically, it's a straight black man. But the quote is that cis black men are the white man of the black community, meaning that, like, they're the reason, or they're part of the reason. Sense. They're saying they're part of the reason for the oppression within the black community as well.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
But that's
You're
what
an idiot. Is that a black person said that?
I believe it's a lot of black people that think like this.
These the blacks for Trump motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? These the
don't
cool
put your thumb at me, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
You for Trump?
Nah, he a black Republican though.
No, I'm not. That's what they keep saying.
Nigga,
that.
you know your daddy Ben Carson. Stop it. You know your daddy.
Chill out, bro.
Learn something new.
7 at 9 to 7 to 2. Man.
All right, don't believe these niggas, these lies.
And this don't lie.
But what do y'all feel about that statement? Like, do you think that black men? I feel like that statement is basically saying that it's within the black community if it's on black men to either save it or hurt it. And right now, what y'all hurting it.
That's too much pressure on the black man. How come we always got to be the ones to carry the grunt? How come it's always us? We the ones that get demonized, crucified, and then at the same time, we're supposed to be the savior as well? Like, no, I'm not Jesus, my nigga. I'm an everyday black man, you feel me, with problems just like everybody else. You feel me? It's hard for me just like it's hard for you. So why don't we work together? Like, that statement right there, that is the most dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life. Like, I don't even know who a coon had to make that. Like, I don't even know. Like, that doesn't even make sense.
But do black men need to do better?
Black men does need to do better. I'm saying that as well, because it comes as a whole. At the end of the day, it's like we as a community still need to do the legwork. We need to teach the black man. There's more educated black women right now than black men. It's a reason for that. You feel me? Systemic racism, mass incarceration. We can go all the way down. You feel me? Down the list of reasons why separation of the black family, coke, drugs. You feel me? All types of shit that led us to where we're at right now. So at the end of the day, with those odds against us, and we all know this, we need to be doing the legwork within our community, teaching the black men how to be black men, you feel me? Or to also just support black men, just really just, you know, and we can give that back. I feel like at the end of the day, we definitely need to support with that. Now, at the same time, on the opposite end, though, you know, we also need help. It needs to be policy. It needs to be change. It needs to be things on the outside workings that needs to happen for the black man to actually be valued again, for us to actually be powerful again. But I don't feel like the powers at be want that to happen. So I feel it's always more than just the black community. Yes, we need to do our work too, but shit has to be in place for us to execute. You know what I'm saying? We can't work with what we got with.
How much responsibility on the black community what does the black man play within the black community for you? Like, do you, like, we were talking about marriage and shit earlier as far as, like, the proposal. You was like, hell no, I ain't doing all that shit. But because you expect the man to do that. How, like, what are your expectations for the black man for you?
Like, what you mean? What are my expectations?
Like, how do you, like, for all the shit that they, like, because when we talk about, like, homophobic shit in the black community, it's mostly a black man that gets that blunt of that criticism. When we talk about domestic violence within the black community, it's mostly a black man that you see. When we talk about issues with the trans community, it's like this. So
when you say it's mostly the black man, are you just saying that the finger don't get pointed at the black woman?
I'm saying the finger doesn't get pointed at all of us. It just seems like the finger gets pointed at a specific of a specific.
It's the black man.
You know what I'm saying?
Black
so
man.
That's why I'm saying,
black
like,
man did.
Well, we in the black community, it's either the black man or the black woman. So that's why I'm looking.
Well, I mean, you got trans people too and stuff like that, and like gay people, like.
But they still black man or black woman, regardless. You know.
Yeah,
we get that, but not everybody.
I'm just saying the subgroups are being black. So like within those subgroups, it seems like most of the issues are pointed at one specific in the subgroup. So I'm asking, like, what do you see? Even if you, not to even mention all the subgroups, but just for black women, like, what do you see that black men need to do, or there is a lack of them doing, that would be like, all right, this is a step for us to get better?
Shit. First of all,
you was accountability.
Yes, accountability, stepping up for black women. God damn it, like, that's a big thing. And I mean, I'm pretty sure
you don't think we step up for you?
Nah. Not
Really?
like not like y'all should. No, black
Like,
women.
in what situation?
Black
Are you talking
women
about like the
definitely-
Gabrielle Union, Terry Crews shit when he didn't step up for her when she was getting?
I don't even know what that shit is. But no, I'm just saying in general, like just period. I'm sure y'all been seeing this shit float around social
That's on
media,
both
but
sides.
it's so. See, I don't agree with that. I feel like black women do step up and show up for y'all. Like when it comes down to it, I don't know about individualized relationships. Now I
Right.
can't speak on that, but I'm talking about as a whole. When the black man is going through something, when there are issues, even like with everything we've been seeing going on this year, when there are issues going on, black women step to the forefront for the black man. Black women will have the black man's back, but when it's the other way around, you don't see black men going as hard for the black woman.
I could see that. I could see more black women definitely going harder for men than black women. Black men going for black women. I could definitely see that.
So why don't we go hard for black women?
I'm
not saying like you can answer for all black men.
Right,
I'm saying
right,
why
right.
you think?
I don't know, man. I think at the end of the day, why we don't go hard for black women. I think it's also the stereotypes, the angry, but I think it's the it's a certain level which it could be confused. Black women could call it their standard, right? Black women can say these are my standards for how I want my man to be, and then knowing with everything that's going on around us, with what's going on in America, how what's the we being oppressed and so forth. It's only a couple of people who can really break through the cracks. You're the anomaly. So at the end of the day, I feel like y'all know this as black women. Like it's already hard for us to explain ourselves emotionally. Like it's already hard enough. We're not as educated as y'all. We're not as witty as y'all for the most part. So at the end of the day, with y'all knowing that, it's going to take a little bit. We need a little bit more time. And that's what I meant referring back to when I said the legwork. We going to need to dig deep. Like niggas has to come out of this. Like we're in a whole different mind state. And then don't even add in as far as for different subgroups, youth, and how that's coming up and how they're looking rough as well. Like Lord knows what's going to happen. Yeah. But all I'm saying is that just pretty much like, I think the black man needs a little bit more emphasis because we've been carrying more like more grunt work for black people at the end of the day. We've always been targeted more. I'm not saying everybody hasn't, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, I feel like we're the ones affected the most. And because of that, I feel like we're not given the second chance.
I got 2 points. One, the first point, as far as to answer my own question, like what can black men do for black women? I think we could listen more and try to understand better.
Respect.
Damn.
That's what somebody on my live said.
I think we should be able to listen more and not to like listen to respond, but like actually take in what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
And 2, black women they not waiting no more, or at least that's what I'm hearing. They tired of being patient with black men.
But it sounds like if that's the case, then it sounds like you ain't gonna get no black man. You know what I'm saying? Going for it.
So what do you mean by black women not waiting and not being patient?
Well, because they feel like, as far as what he was asking when he was like, man, we need patience. Like we still
it's gonna take
we still trying to figure ourselves out. I think black women, at least some of the black women that I've spoken to, they like how much time do you need to you should just stand up for me off the cuff. It shouldn't be a thought, or like you should feel like I should be able to feel comfortable around you more than I do.
So also, to answer your question, I guess black men need to, going back to the whole accountability thing, black men also need to, like you said, do the legwork. But what does that mean? Because it's a lot of things black men still don't want to do. Like, for one, I'm just going to say therapy again, because when it comes to the mental health shit in the black community, that shit has been taboo for so long that even still now more people are open to doing it. But you still hear, and I'm going to say black people because I don't talk about this shit with other races. I care about my people. Right. And black people will sit up here, I don't want to go talk to no stranger about what the fuck I got going on, or like shit like that. Like, so okay.
I mean, but can you blame us? I mean, we can barely trust doctors. We can't trust medicine. We can't trust the government. Why would I trust some white person? And I'm
why does it have to be white?
You could get a black woman.
I wouldn't get a black woman either. I wouldn't get a black woman either.
You don't have to get a black woman.
I'll get an Asian woman.
Okay, but see,
I want her to be connected.
And I've heard other black men say this. I don't want to go talk to a white person. Why are y'all mind so wrapped around that therapy
It's
has
trust.
to be a
It's
black.
trust.
But why do y'all think that
I can't have that with my therapist. Trust.
But why do you think that a therapist has to be white? Why is that the mindset? There are educated
Because
people out here.
there are more white therapists than black.
That may be true,
Shit,
but
it's only
there
so many
are,
options.
my
It's
therapist
COVID.
is black. Every therapist that I even looked into was black on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about y'all actually going seeking out the right therapist. There are therapists of every race
And then at the end
and every gender.
and at the end of the day, it's also financial reasons as well. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but
it costs.
okay,
You know what I'm saying?
but see,
I'd
you
rather
gotta do the
worry about
legwork.
eating and feeding my family than going
your
to therapist.
job might give you EAP, and you might be able to get that shit through your job. Your insurance may cover
So
it.
somebody
But
need to
people-
teach us that. That's what
Right.
I'm talking about,
But
the
see-
legwork.
but
That's
see,
the
but
legwork.
when you say these type of things to people, and I'm speaking from experience, when you tell somebody this and they go to automatically brush it off, they don't say, well, if I had the finances for you to follow up and say, well, you could do this or do that. They're just automatically brushing it off. Like, I don't want to do that, or nah, I'm not about to go pay somebody to talk to and woot, woot, woot. Like, it's automatically like, hell no, like, tune your nose up to it shit. You don't get people, either people are for it and they're like, okay, yeah, I might need to look into that, or they're like, hell nah, I could go read a book, or I could talk to my friends.
So that's the other thing that black men can do to, start changing the narrative. We need to figure out how to communicate flat out. We need to know how to express our emotions, how we're feeling.
No, I agree.
That's the other thing. Like,
Because it's that
listening
whole-
is one thing. I can listen to you, but I need to tell you how I feel as well.
Right. And then a lot of men and I only speak from my personal experience, had this whole manly man thing where they don't want to open up. You know what I'm saying? Some
And it's
dudes
key.
don't want to open up.
Let me go on. Let me ask you a question about that. I'm glad you brought us to that point. Can women handle the honest truth about how? Can black women handle the honest truth about how black men view not only themselves but even black women?
But what do you mean by the honest truth?
Because
Because everybody's truth is not going to be the same.
I always say this. I feel like no one can really be their 100% self in life, because you always like to be an unfiltered. Your podcast Unapologetically Unfiltered. Why is that? Is because that's
I
a
don't
platform.
give a fuck.
That and you
That's
can't do it nowhere
You
else
can't
in
do
your
it
life.
nowhere else. Like, you can't talk
Yeah.
the way you talk to us right now, like you like in your office space, for multitude of reasons. Let's not even including race. You know what I mean? Just to being professional. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like there's a reason why the filter of life, I feel like, can only take maybe 80-85%. Well, it can take 70% of you, and I feel like when you're in a relationship, you hope to get like 85% of someone who can like take that much, because that last 15 is still a lot to deal
You be
with.
in relationships feeling like you can't be yourself.
Yes. Can you say, have you ever been your full honest self in a relationship?
Not with my ex, because I feel like I had to walk on eggshells, but that's a whole nother type of episode, like I said earlier.
Right.
With another dude that I dealt with, we weren't in an official relationship, but I was myself with him. Like, my thing is, I'm not one of those chicks that like, oh, I gotta send a representative for the first date. Let me eat a salad when I'm really fucking hungry. No, you're gonna get me on the
That's
first
good.
date, because
That's
I
good.
don't have time. I don't have time to let me put on this facade for the first couple of dates and make him think that let me ask him what he wanted in a woman, and let me try to portray that so that I can swoop him in when I'm really not what he want. No, nigga, I need you to see who I am now, because if you don't like me, then I don't need you wasting my fucking time, because my time is valuable.
And that's the other thing that black people need to do to change the narrative. Again, we need to be all the way up front with each other. If you like somebody, you like somebody. If you don't, you
I'm
don't.
just
It
asking-
ain't hard.
but I'm
It ain't
asking-
hard. It ain't games.
But
It
I'm
ain't
asking,
fucking
can,
science.
Can,
You know what I'm saying?
Can both sides handle the truth?
I feel
That
like
honesty,
both.
that honesty.
It depends on the person, though.
It
I don't
does.
think it's a man-woman thing. I think it's the person.
You don't think more black men hold back how they feel, think, and whatever than black women?
Yeah, of course.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
But
what
I
if we
think-
what if we pour that out? Then you be like, hold on, nigga, you too.
Yeah, but
you
see, that's
said-
why I say it depends on the person, because you have some women out here, if a man really opens himself up, she's gonna be like, oh, that nigga soft, that nigga a bitch, and all this kind of shit. And
No,
that
real
shit is
shit.
flawed.
Real
that shit is
shit.
flawed as fuck.
Real
And that's
shit.
why a lot of
That's
Hey,
Alsina
no,
podcast
that's the
nigga.
contradiction, though. That's the contradiction. Women want men to open up, be emotional. As soon as you open up, you a Drake ass nigga, punk ass bitch.
or they hold things there. At first, it's like, oh, And then the moment that nigga piss her off, it's like, oh, your bitch ass was crying and
Exactly.
shit like that.
You contradicting yourself. Like, come on.
But that
doesn't help the narrative.
Is that not a funny line to say though?
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. You little
But
punk.
that's not
That's the
cool
first
though,
thing.
because that mentally fucks with y'all.
Real
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Nah,
real
that
shit.
does something to a black man mentally, because now he's feeling like this woman who he confided in, he told some of the things he cried in front of, whatever, and now she's using that against him. Now the next time around, he
Preach.
got this guard up. I can't
Preach.
open up to this
Now we
woman 'cause
dogging
it's like-
females.
Right.
We
Now
was just talking. Your cousin was telling us a story about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
With,
Damn, nigga, you ain't gotta say his name.
Oh, damn. You cut it out. You can cut it
Yeah.
out. But my cousin, nah, damn. Damn, I done threw my nigga shit out there, bro.
You drinking
It's the lick.
It's that 1482.
Boy, it's 1899, but nah, that was fucked up. With boy. Yeah, pretty much at the end of the day, he was about to propose to her. And then he pretty much found she was starting around in Atlanta. Damn,
that's
you
why
know
I
what
need
I'm
to move.
saying?
'Cause
And
these Atlanta hoes is some hoes.
Hey.
They ain't from Atlanta. They from other places.
Hey.
They hybrids. They
Real
can't
talk.
move
They-
here.
they hybrids,
They
real
moved
shit.
here.
They nomads.
We don't claim
hey,
them.
when God come back, he coming here first, bro.
He coming to Atlanta?
He clearing it all
Nah,
out.
he
bro.
going to Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, you gotta go to Florida.
Shit, I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
all right, that's you. You-
Florida live. Like, Lord, take me.
I'm just saying, for all the shit you done, you think you want to meet the Lord right there in Florida?
Hell nah. Take me back to Cincinnati.
But I asked about the honesty stuff because I feel like sometimes, man, when men try to be honest with women, sometimes it don't ever connect for real, because it's like I can't really be me. You
I
know
know,
what I'm
no,
saying?
hey,
Men don't be, but see, I feel like that's also depending on the woman. Like, if you, I don't know. Like, I feel like I done dealt with some lying ass niggas, but I do feel like too that I done dealt with some niggas that be a little open. Like, okay, I used to talk to this one dude. I say talk because we went in a real relationship, even though it was like a relationship.
Yeah, gotta preface it. All right, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We know you got your hoes out here.
Right,
You know
the
what
whole
I'm saying?
phase.
It was a whole situationship because it was like a relationship without the title. Like, we just didn't officiate nothing. So, he still wanted to be a playboy and all this shit. But I used to talk to him like, I'd be like, just keep it 100 with me. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, nigga, I already know what's up. I just want you to keep it 100. I'm just trying to see if you go keep it 100. So I would ask him certain things, and I could tell he did not want to be honest. But I'm looking like, bruh, just keep it 100.
You respect
And
him more if he was.
Right. And when he told me what was up, I was like, you know what? I said, I can't even be mad at you. I was like, I respect you more because you did tell me the truth. I was like, but I ain't going for that shit. But
So you
I
dipped
respect
after
you.
that.
Right.
So you can see
Not
why he
right
would
after.
lie.
Exactly.
Not right after.
Exactly.
I didn't
So
do
you
it
bumped
right
uglies
after,
one
but-
more time and then you did.
Yeah, we might have bumped uglies, but you
She
know what
talking
I'm
about she
saying?
ain't got no whole phase, but
That
she,
wasn't no
the
whole
story's
phase
coming
because
out.
She said it was a relationship without the title. So she was just.
That was
You
no
was
whole
situation-
phase.
that
I
was-
wasn't fucking him and fucking somebody
But
else.
he was
and
still
fucking
trying to play
somebody else.
around.
He was still trying to play around after a certain point. It was just like, I ain't going for that because, nigga, you got a whole relationship over here that ain't got a title. I ain't doing it. But
for
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? Like, I asked him to be honest, and when he was honest, I did respect him more. And even to this day, it ain't like I just be hitting him up and shit like that. But if we run into each other, so shit like that, it's cool. Like, my birthday came around, he told me happy birthday, vice versa, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no bad blood there. Because I felt like, shit, you kept it 100.
So you still hit him up every now and then on a late night too.
Nah, hell no.
Damn.
I'm
Not the
good on
hotline
that.
bling.
I'm good on that.
I think at the end of the day, though, you can, I guess, just trust somebody to a certain extent with things.
I think that's period.
I mean, you just,
So
that's
you can't never. Do you think you could find someone in this life?
that I could trust 100%.
100%
never.
no.
So then
That's
so
not
then
true.
you understand what I mean by the honesty part. Because if you can't trust somebody, then you can't.
But
really
it's
be
not
fully
about
honest.
being honest. I could be honest with a person, but trusting is different from being honest.
Really?
Yeah. I can trust. I can be honest with you.
I feel
How
you.
many motherfuckers are you
but-
honest with that you don't trust?
But what are you saying honest about? Well, then it goes to its levels.
I'm
to
talking
it. 'Cause
about
what
like
are we
you,
talking about
who
being
you are
honest?
as a person.
Who I am as a
Yeah.
person? Oh, I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be myself.
But I'm
Yeah,
talking
and
about the things
and
about
not
you.
And not a
That's the
lot of
things
women
that-
are like you.
The
You
things,
know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about the things about you, how you think, how you.
I'm gonna be
feel.
honest about that.
Around niggas that you don't trust.
I got a whole fucking podcast and you listen to it and some of the shit I done said on there, I'm pretty
Hey,
fucking
same,
But
same
but-
this way, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
But
to
you, but
I'm pretty fucking
you haven't
open.
said everything on that podcast.
Everything like what?
That's why I said honest to a certain extent. You can reach yourself to be, even with people that is honest or people you can trust and distrust. So, it's like that's how you have to navigate.
So going back to that, I don't know what you're specifically referencing that I haven't been honest about, but if we're talking about a podcast that's listened to across the fucking world, then that's different from me being in a relationship. So if I'm honest about certain things on that podcast and I'm pretty fucking open on that podcast, if I'm with somebody in a relationship and I'm rocking with them and I'm all in with them, I'm honest. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no whole phase. I ain't been out here tricking off. I could count how many. I know.
So it's easy for
every nigga I done fucked around with. I know they first, middle, last name. I ain't had no one. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that kind of past to be ashamed. Like, I can't be honest with this dude. And shit that goes on, like in personal life, like family type shit. I gauge shit based on how honest somebody might be with me. Now, yeah, I'm not going to go spilling my whole family business.
Exactly.
Because that's other people's business at that point.
Yeah,
that's other people's business at that point. But it's like even with my ex, he know a lot of shit, but he was also open with me about a lot of shit within his own, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all fed off each other in that energy and reciprocated.
So that's the thing. It's like, I'm not going to sit there and hide shit. But at the same time, I'm going to feed off of how I feel their energy to be. Some people, you didn't want to just go telling everybody your whole life story. First date, I'm not going to tell nobody my whole fucking life story.
How honest are you on the first date?
I'm an open book when it comes down to it. It depends on that conversation.
Shit, that could be good or bad.
But
hell no.
It depends, too, on the energy. If I'm vibing with that person, I feel like, okay, this person could either be somebody I could fuck with heavy or somebody that, you know what I'm saying, even if we don't make it like that, I could be cool with them, I could rock with them. I'm gonna be open. If it's somebody I'm feeling like, I ain't fucking with this nigga, I already know after this a rap, then ain't no point. What? Nigga, go listen to my podcast if you want to know more. But, like, that's how, like, I mean,
you can at me,
but
nigga.
I'll be
Google
honest,
me.
if somebody asks me something, I don't feel a reason to lie about things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, some things are stupid to ask. I don't feel like somebody should be asking certain questions, but when it come down to it, I'm gonna tell you what's up. Like, shit,
bruh,
it's just me.
At the end of the day, niggas don't be honest because they cheat. They still playing.
Right.
That's what it is at the end of the day. Niggas can be honest. We can. When we find that one, we can be honest and I'm gonna open up. But until then, niggas is just gonna play this game. Females the exact same way. That's why at the end of the day, black people as a whole, we all need to be very upfront with each other. Like I said earlier, if I like you, I like you. If I don't, I don't. Like, why we playing these games, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like the first date. You see, you know what I'm saying? Fill it out first. You feel me? And then it's like, why we playing these games? Because that only perpetuates the cycle of why black women say niggas ain't shit. And why niggas say black women is always angry. We gonna get a foreign, quote unquote. When technically we all foreign in this country. So
I feel you on that. I feel like for me, I could be, I don't know, man. I don't feel like nobody could take 100% of Nick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, and you know me as me and my heart and soul, but you know and you too, like, we've been honest, especially in your relationships. I've seen you be completely honest, and it's me as well. Like, I'm not hiding my shit from nobody, and a lot of niggas can't be themselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Like,
that's a nigga problem.
That I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's like shit. It's like, bro, you don't need to deal with it. At the same time, niggas are just so slave to the pussy, which is another conversation. They'll do anything. They'll take the standards down. Listen, I just grabbed the pussy, which is stupid. Like,
but I'm just saying that's because pussy is all it's cracked up to be. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong.
No, it's not. Not all pussy's cracked up.
I didn't say all of it. I said pussy itself.
No, it is not. Nah, I don't even know about that, bro.
What you mean?
I ate Red Lobster. I done turned down some pussy for some Red Lobster. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That must mean
that
pussy wasn't worth it then. It wasn't Jada. If Jada was off throwing you some pussy and you had Red Lobster,
listen, look, if I was with Jada, if I was getting Jada pussy, we buying a Red Lobster, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Fuck, nigga. Eating them red cheddar bay biscuits on that pussy.
He said on that red table.
On that red table, nigga.
Red Lobster on that red table.
Right, boy. Hey. Let me get the seaside shrimp trio.
So what's some advice that we can give black men to be better to black women? Let's put this in a nice bow.
Respect.
Oh my God.
What's up with the respect thing?
Right,
you think we don't really respect, like, you see a lot of disrespect, a lot of
niggas
even like on a real life, what you seen.
When last time you called a female a bitch or a hoe?
You asking too many questions. It was just right before
I have not done that.
What, like, into her face or behind her back?
Both.
Oh, damn.
I'm about to say.
Nah, behind the back.
Behind
That
the
shit
back,
don't count because y'all say some shit behind our back, too.
You said some things behind someone.
We got barbershop talk. Y'all got salon talk. You feel me?
You said some things in the comfort of your home that you don't want ever to get out. You know what I'm saying? You just got to let that release.
No, the shit that I say, if it get out at that point, I'll
You
give
just
a
foul,
fuck.
bro. I don't know. I ain't never met a
Right.
person as honest as you.
Right.
Damn, you like
You too honest.
Jim Carrey off a Lying Liar.
No.
Damn it.
Because I just be feeling like if it's a dude I'm dealing with, if I gotta talk bad about him behind his back, then that means
It's
something
not
about
talk
me.
bad. It's the frustration.
But if I'm calling that nigga, if I'm like, yeah, this old pussy ass nigga did XYZ,
So
that's
a bitch.
foul.
So when calling a woman
See?
a bitch is like a
Nah,
pussy
I
ass.
don't-
nigga.
I don't-
I'm saying like that term, like that word is the same to you as pussy ass nigga.
Yeah, I don't want my dude calling me a bitch behind my back.
Now,
I'm not
listen.
saying this about you.
Nah, listen.
I thought you was talking about the word itself.
I'm saying
I'm
this.
just saying, like, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. At the end of the day, I feel like I wasn't referring to relationships. I'm not saying I'm not gonna call my woman a bitch
Yeah, I'm not
behind her
calling.
back.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm single and I'm fucking with some hoes, you know what I'm saying? That's different.
Like, you see that bitch over there?
Exactly. I'm not about to call my woman, so I disagree. I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying, but I feel like we just looking at it differently.
Yeah, I'm not
You know what
calling
saying?
my girl no bitch.
I'm not calling my girl no bitch behind, especially into my niggas. How they gonna respect her if I don't even
Right.
respect
Exactly.
that? Don't
But
make
it's
sense.
I thought you was just talking about the
No,
word itself.
No, it's some that do that though.
Nah,
that's
see,
disrespectful.
that's
That's-
disrespectful.
yeah,
I can't.
that's the
sign
no- yeah,
off
if
on
we-
that.
if niggas
You
is
know
So
doing
what I'm
that,
saying?
ain't
chill
never
out.
y'all ain't never had no homeboys to be mad at they chick.
He
and
called her a goofy bitch, but I mean
That's
that's
the same.
That's him. He say that.
I
shit.
don't- I didn't say it.
he
I didn't-
did.
I didn't say
He
it
like,
was
man,
me.
you see how it rolled off the tongue, that goofy ass bitch.
Nah, I ain't say
Damn,
I
bro.
ain't say it with no accent, nigga. What the hell you trying to do? All I said was he said. That I didn't say I said. I said I know someone who said, "Oh no, she just ain't like a little goofy bitch, right?" You know,
I'm telling you, you said.
just because I like saying goofy bitch don't mean I always gotta say it.
All right, bro.
But nah, black man, if you doing that shit, nah, no, don't talk bad.
Yeah, you
behind
can't.
That's
your
representation.
queen. That's your queen.
that's
You can't talk
representation
about
of
your
you.
queen like that.
know what
Yeah,
I'm
exactly. Why you dating her then?
So what
Calling
about
her
you?
bitch?
What would you say? What's your advice?
Advice for black men, man, they just need to open up, know how to communicate. You know, you get yourselves together. I think the other thing is men just need to focus on them. Like, you need to figure out, like, it's deeper. Like, therapy is one thing. I definitely agree with that. But the other thing is, like, you just need to figure out what the hell you want to do in life. Like, it comes down to, like, you're just lost. And that's why that also adds to the frustration and the confusion. Is like, it feels like she's more on the path than I am. And I feel lost. And all I can do is provide kids. Like, nah, fuck that, bro. Figure out what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
That is important. A lot of black men, a lot of people
just don't know
but
what to
they
do.
just out here not knowing what they want to do in life. They don't have ambition, don't have no drive. They just going with the flow of life.
Exactly.
Or you know what I'm saying? And it's just like
Have a
I feel
purpose.
like right. And I feel like too, if you're at a point where you don't want it, the honesty. If you don't want a relationship with somebody or whatever the case might be honest about that. Now, it's sometimes niggas be honest and bitches don't take them serious. Then that's a whole different.
That's a different, yeah.
Right.
That's
That's-
different.
that's what I'm
but
saying,
it's some that don't be honest. It's some that'll lead on the situation.
Give
you know
stories,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Right. And it's like, that's not cool either. Like, it's really be honest, work on yourself. That's the biggest thing with anybody. With black people, period. We got a lot of work to do
Work
within.
on yourself.
And a lot of people don't want to do that because they're in denial about their own inner issues.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You just want to hop in a relationship and think you're going to figure it out.
Right. They ain't figured out, like, they have not really figured themselves out, or they have not learned to love themselves, or they have not gotten rid of their own baggage and shit like that. And they just
Exactly.
feel like, oh, this relationship will help it. No, you just masking that shit, suppressing that shit, and it's gonna come
And it-
out. Or that person gonna be your collateral damage at that point. Like, people need to just work on themselves and get to that point, and then, you know, go
Yeah.
forward with some other shit.
I think truly, like, for somebody to even, like, think about marriage or getting engaged, like, my nigga, not only do you need to be well mentally, physically, you need to be working on your credit. I need to know all
yeah.
your debt. Like, a lot of my debt, not all, but a lot of my net debt that needs to be gone. Like, it's so many things we can work on ourselves, but we always trying to work on some other shit and think it's more and deem it more important than that. Nah, get your shit together first. Then you ain't gotta stress about finance. You ain't gotta stress about the bullshit. Like, if she ain't for you, I could dip and get somebody else. You know why? Because I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's that freedom, not only financial freedom, but like just that self-awareness. Like, I know who I am. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I'm doing well, and I'm trying to be a good black man. You know what I'm saying? Flat out.
My advice is I think we need to listen, bro. I feel like a lot of talking be going on, and listen without you know what I'm saying, again, to respond. Like, don't just listen just to be like, all right, I got this witty comeback, or
Right.
here's how I'm gonna call you out. Just sit back and just like understand and comprehend what someone is saying to you, whether it's a black woman or another black man. It's just like
but that goes with communication. Gotta have listening and good communication skills, because you can listen, but then like a lot of people when they get into arguments, you know what I'm saying, they don't even know. Like, I feel like it's a right way and a wrong way to argue.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Do you when you have disagreements or arguments, do you have a lot of emotion in that, or is it more of like I just be spitting the facts?
I'm gonna tell the facts. It depends on what the argument is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's something where, like, it depends who's telling their side. Like, if it's something he coming and telling how he feel about it, I'm gonna listen, because I don't want, if I'm in this relationship, I want this shit to work.
Exactly.
So I'm not gonna sit up here, oh nah, nigga, you wrong. Like, I'm gonna listen. What is the problem? And if the problem is illogical, then I'm gonna spit, you know, how I feel about, you know, my end of it, or if I didn't mean it that way, or whatever the case might be. I'm not gonna be like, oh hell nah, nigga, whatever, whoop, whoop, whoop. And if it's like my issue where it's like, okay, you did XYZ, I'm not just coming at your head off top unless it's some real disrespectful bullshit, but that's a whole different type of conversation at that point. But if it's like some shit where I'm like, okay, I need to let you know, maybe you're not really aware, maybe you're not cognizant of the stupidity that you just exuded, you know, then I'm going to tell you, you know, I feel this way about this because XYZ, because we're not the same person. So that person got to understand where you coming from. Now, if it's a third, fourth offense, then that's disrespectful at that point. You don't respect how I feel.
So I mean, you're pretty much saying you're doing both, because you're going to add emotion to what you're saying, even explaining your point. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're trying to convey to actually get him to realize what he did, or if he just maliciously just did the shit, and you're expressing how you feel about it.
Right.
So it's going to be some type of emotion about it, but like you said, it can be handled how
levels.
you handle it.
Right, because some people decide they want to throw in insults, or throw in, you know, calling, or people,
bring up old shit.
And sometimes old shit get brought up because it's swept under the rug, because some people, they don't handle the old shit. But it's like, if you yelling, calling the person out their name, or throwing insults and doing all that kind of shit, that you ain't getting nowhere by doing that shit.
That ain't healthy.
Like, right.
And don't let you have kids and shit. You doing in front of your kids.
And that's
you starting
really,
young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what's keeping the cycle going.
Right.
Bro. That's got to change. Niggas got to know how to communicate. Niggas, I mean everybody. Black women, black people needs to know how to communicate. You feel me?
My nigga off the double crown, and she over here saying stupidity expeditiously.
I didn't say.
Right. She said, my nigga, you will not challenge my integrity as a gangster.
My nigga over here preaching off the double crown.
Unapologetically unfiltered.
Well, I appreciate this collab and you coming down and talking with us and giving us a black woman's perspective, which we obviously definitely need.
Y'all be needing different black women, because I've been told I'm different.
You sound different.
My homeboy told me I'm just a nigga in a woman's body. So
y'all don't say that now these days, boy. That's
no.
a whole different thing.
Right. And you ain't got a whole face? All right then. All right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what I mean? Mentally.
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying.
I don't get what you're saying. No, I'm joking.
Mentally, you know what I'm saying? I don't. And I noticed that, like, even people that I know personally, like, I don't,
That's
my
not
thought
bad,
process, I don't think it's bad. I don't be giving a damn.
I think what you show logic and reasoning a lot. You said you a Libra, so both sides. You gotta listen to both sides.
And you have both sides. You probably got a tough side and you have a soft side. I'm sure of that, and you open up. So I mean that, yeah. That's like anybody.
Yeah, most people just gonna get the gangster. You know what I mean? I'm from the west side.
You ain't gotta do it.
I'm goddamn.
Fucks with you.
She understands. She gonna be proposing to a nigga later on this month.
Right, but
I ain't doing.
She kneeling down, boy.
I ain't doing.
It's just you
and
being
she
Corona.
taking the last name, right?
I ain't
Their
doing
baby gonna be named COVID.
It's gonna be named COVID Copeland.
COVID Copeland.
But yeah, go ahead. Plug all your socials and stuff like that as far as urban success and all that.
So my personal page, it's Chantrice. I gotta spell my name because folks don't even know how to say it. CHANTRICE. That's my personal on Instagram and Twitter. On as far as Unapologetically Unfiltered, we're Unapologetically Unfiltered on Instagram. On Twitter, I don't really remember our Twitter name. But go.
It's been that long, ain't it?
Yeah, follow us on the gram, and it's in the goddamn link tree, I believe. And also The Urban Success on Instagram and Twitter. And you can find all of those on Facebook. And also follow Project SWATs on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. That is my business that I've founded and working on, and it kind of goes hand in hand with The Urban Success. So yeah,
You got a lot going on. We appreciate
not too much. Plate runneth over.
That's why you ain't got time for niggas these days.
I have time when the right one come along, but I have to see through all this.
You always got a
bullshit.
response for
Right,
that.
bro.
I got time for the right one. How you know it's the right one when you in the computer and you in your books? You ain't out here.
Cause God gonna tell me.
I can't.
I'm waiting.
I can't say that.
I'm waiting on God to tell me.
I've been trying to talk to God. I've been been calling his line for a minute now.
Well, obviously you doing something wrong. God ain't answering. You need to try a little harder.
I'm talking about, I want a real communication. I want to hear his voice. You know
Well,
what I'm
you
saying?
get on your knees at night, and then you might.
Shit, not in that context.
Right. I was about to say something, but I don't even want to disrespect that or affiliate
I was about to say,
so I'm just gonna
it's the Lord.
stop.
At the same time, I will get on my knees for the Lord, but
Oh my
at the same
God.
time, I feel weird for saying that too.
You
Yeah.
didn't even have to repeat it, bro.
Right.
You didn't even
could've
have to
just kept
repeat
it
it.
going.
Now I'm gonna have to pause you.
Pause.
Thanks, Nick.
It's the Lord,
Thanks.
though. It's the
Nah, bro. Nah.
You ain't getting on your knees for Jesus.
Bro, no comment. No comment. You ain't shit, bro.
We can follow us at
You
NDR.
ain't shit.
Follow us at NDR 513 on all the
What is
socials.
513? Is that the
Area code Cincinnati.
You know what I'm saying? What you mean? What's the 513? You should know about Cincinnati.
Why the fuck should I know about that?
Whoa.
What? Are you serious?
Whoa.
The
Why the
disrespect.
fuck I should know about the West Side?
What I'm about to say is
All
it
right.
really the best
Well,
side?
Is it better? All right.
You're here.
All right, Gucci was on East Side, wasn't it?
Who the fuck ass like Gucci?
Oh,
Okay. There's no
I think I
disrespect,
talked
I
my
guess.
Wow.
No
No
disrespect.
Wow.
But that's us for this week. We out. Peace.